Greetings. This is Grandmaster Amin Ra calling in from Mombasa, Kenya, where I have spent the last 21 years in the motherland doing everything that I was doing in the U.S. I've been an adult in the U.S. and I've been an adult here in modern Africa. And I'm giving you information from the ground. I'm not like in the U.S. talking good things or saying about a trip or two to Africa. I advocate that moving to modern Africa is the only solution to 99% of the black man's problems in the U.S. I've advocated this for years, over a decade, and I've continually tried to educate brothers and sisters on the reality, which I am fighting the Western mass media propaganda lies about the African continent. And, we're in the game. We're going to keep on going. And, I'll probably end up going to lose, but I've always been a fighter. I enjoy a challenge. So here again, for those people that jump up and are interested, and you're in the U.S., you're a brother and your sister, and you work in the U.S., and you're having all these issues, and you're wondering, is Africa better? Well, of course, I know you're getting bombarded by a lot of negative propaganda about Africa. Oh, the Chinese, this, oh, Ebola, that, oh, this. And, I've been here to tell you those are just lies. Those are just lies. There's no more, you have no more chance of catching Ebola in Africa than you do catching it in the U.S. Even if it was true, but that's a different story. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about what are the benefits of leaving the United States and going to try to start a new life in modern Africa. Now, a lot of us are hearing the debates from the presidential candidates where they start to really, when they fight each other, they start exposing the real truths. Oh, the imprisonment rate is this high. Oh, the debt. Oh, the school loan problem. Oh, this, that. And you start to really see that white people in the United States, they know about the problems. And also you ought to see like a lot of that not just affects black people, it also affects white people. And I'm here to tell you that if it affects white people a little bit, then it's like catching us, giving us hell. Because whatever whites complain about, then it's going to affect us badly because we don't have money. We don't have the strong family ties. There's no like money being passed down from generation to generation. They're telling us the next generation is going to be, oops, poorer than the generation ahead of it. First time in history. I think a lot of us black people don't realize what this means. Now, I moved to modern Africa for over 20 years ago because I could see it even back then that this, where we are today, is going to happen. I wrote a book talking about the very thing about people understanding what the benefits are of moving to modern Africa from the U.S. So I know, and I am not surprised by the things that are happening today. In fact, on my Facebook page, people can often see me write, it's only going to get worse. I just have to type, it's only going to get worse. And for sure, if you look at the situation we're in today, comparing it with something like 2000, well, you see there now the imprisonment rate has risen 1,600% since the 70s. Let me repeat that. The imprisonment rate, even though the crime rate is staying basically stable, the imprisonment rate has gone up to 1,600%. So these things all have ramifications. And they also add to the subject I'm going to talk about, which is what are the benefits of leaving the United States for modern Africa? Not Brazil, not Europe, definitely not the Caribbean, but to the motherland, to the continent of modern Africa, which is all yours. You can go to one country, you can get established there, you got another country. I know this might be mind boggling for the average black in the United States, that where you can go to a different state in Africa, you can go to a different country, and then different states in the country, and then different cities in that country. So, and you'd be the amount of space, the amount of opportunities that are there are just mind-boggling, and they're only going to get better as Africa now moves up to middle income status in the world economies. Meanwhile, the United States economy is steadily going down and it's being replaced by China, and China is sucking the guts out of the United States. Uh, and that's going to be a very difficult thing coming up in the future. So, of course, the negative propaganda that's fed to us is that the Chinese are bad people. But it's not the Chinese that are bad people, my friend. It's the people you're living with in America. So, to get onto the topic today, what are the benefits? I wanted to break it down into 5 categories: family, economics, safety, health, and social life. So to get right into it, I wanted to talk about family. Now, like I said before, the family, everybody's supposed to be trying to make a family. I mean, that's the basis root of being in life. Unfortunately, America is somehow anti-family, in the fact that the erosion of family and the court systems are seriously attacking the family structure through child support, through divorce court, all these courts. And once a person gets trapped in a court, I shouldn't even say a person. Once a black man gets trapped in a court, then all kind of things, bad things can happen, and it can actually ruin your life forever. Not to mention that it can drop you down from upper economic statuses almost down to poverty. Many of these people living in tents on the street today will claim that they have been sued for child support, or somebody sued them. They can't keep a job because they have so much debt because of alimony and all these other things that the courts are whipping on us. So we're crying there should be a better solution, but unfortunately, the government, state and federal, are in cahoots to suck the general public dry. So when they can put you on child support, the state puts you on child support, and then the federal government rewards the state for everybody they can connect on child support. And they also do the same thing for other types of debt. Black people, we get hit the hardest behind this. So you cannot raise a family off of one person's income, and that is long gone. And even 2 incomes are not enough. One has to work 2 jobs, keeping them away from their children even longer. With the phobia of male-female relations in the black community at a really all-time low, black women and black men are fighting. Black men are saying we're gonna date out the race. Black men are saying I'm never gonna get married. These are good. Hey, those are good examples. And yeah, those are good suggestions, because the alternative is for you to get a good woman, you to go into a relationship, and then 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8 years into the relationship, the woman flips. She just changes. Or the man flips and he just changes. And here you are trying to make sense out of somebody who has decided that they're going to be selfish and move on with their life and do other things. Now, I was in the same predicament, and I have been through it. And the court was no friend, and your family and relatives. Unfortunately, I was like one of only two boys in a large family of women. So there was really no love there because of the fact that women are going to look at the point of view from their perspective. And then if they have that attitude of all men are dogs or all men are no good, then you're really fighting a losing battle when you try to get some support from family members. But this is just particularly in my situation. I know brothers have different types of things going on in their lives, but we find it very difficult to get the support we need when it comes to dealing in this system of family. The courts are favoring the woman, and we have all these problems. Now, meanwhile, if you move to modern Africa, where family structures are the base root of everything, they still are to this day. There is no destructive forces like homosexuality. That's against the law in the country I'm in. There is no you in most of the traditional sense, people stay married and they work out their problems by seeking advice from elders. And this is also a very good deterrent and a very good educator for people who somehow watch some movie on TV and get it in their mind that they're unhappy in their present relationship. So you don't have to be in a situation where the society is going to rip you apart and favor everybody else but you. And this is why I say modern Africa is the solution as far as family is concerned, as far as education is concerned, the problems with the educational system, which is packed full of lies about histories as far as Black people are concerned. You don't have that problem when you're in a modern African society. Your children get a very good education up to primary, up to secondary level in Kenya is free. The government is giving out free books in the public school sector, so no kid has to really buy books if they're in the public school. There's a large private school section that's very good. You have a better opportunity as far as getting a good education is concerned for your children if you were in modern Africa. Now, the next step is the next part of it is economics. Now, I could go a whole show with just talking about economics, but I don't have to because and we should stop faking rich when we know we poor in America. We need to stop faking like we somebody that we not. The credit card debt, the student loan debt, the child support debt, all these debts. And they have a big system that really just can get your money out of your paycheck before you can even blink. You walk up, like my father told me in the 1950s, when my mother had me, he said he went to the bus. He was a bus driver at RTD bus in Los Angeles, if anybody can remember. Get his paycheck, like he did every week. And then when he went to the window, the guy told him, "No, man, you got to go to this woman and talk to her because she got all your money." And that was the beginning of him paying $70. Oh yes, child support was there long ago, even in the 50s. They were starting this thing. And so here my father had to deal with that. Although he was very bitter behind it, he fought it in court. When I was older, he told me, "I mean, if they say if they say this is the lesson he learned was that if they say it's your kid, it's your kid." And back then, I was born premature. He didn't understand that. He didn't get the message. So he calculated the months and realized that it wasn't 9 months. So they were not together at the time. And my mother was not talking to him. So he just saw that I was born on this day and it couldn't be his kid. And I didn't look like my father at first. Now today you can see I'm just like him. But he fought this thing all the way up until I was young enough, old enough to understand. And at the end, he lost, and he had to pay $70 a month, which was a terrible case. And he resented my mom for that, and he also had a resentment for me for a long time. But then after a while, ended up getting closer to him, and then I ended up working for him. So it would have been a lot better if these courts were not so aggressive as far as forcing these men to be in this type of situation. They should be more family friendly, and that means that you have to work with the man and not put guidelines down and ignore all of the special circumstances that every relationship has. Brothers are just feeling it. Not everybody's educated in the courts and understands how courts work. So you go in there, you trip over your own feet, and then you're just like, what's the word I want? You're fucked for almost the rest of your life. So economically, the U.S. is going down. At the same time, modern Africa's economy is just rising, rising, rising. It's projected by the 2050 that Africa will be one of the top grossing economies. Now, Africa is not as a continent, so you just can't say African economy. It's made up of 55 economies, and they have the African Union, and the African Union is growing in strength. All the players have come together and decided they're going to have a free trade area, which would be the largest free trade area in the world, and we're going to be able to take advantage of that if we're here in the continent. As America goes down, she's got to come up with more and more creative ways to dig into your pocket. Trump is using taxes, trick tactics on taxes to get a little bit more money out of us, and this thing is just going to continue. Economically, it would be the best move. Now, it wouldn't be right away, and of course, if you're working at a job, you're not going to find that same job. Africa is different. They got brothers that talk to me. They got brothers that are here in the continent that ask me for advice. And, some of them have been here only less than a year. And they come up with a lot of different things that, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And I'm just telling them, you have to be patient. It would be no different if you was moved to China or you moved to Europe or you moved to any other country. You're going to have the same kind of things happen to you. You're not going to understand the language. You're not going to understand the people. You're not going to understand the process. America is a society that is quick and speedy and very fast paced. It's like what we call a rat race. And you move to modern Africa where the pace is slow and easy. And you have to get that into your mind. And as soon as you get that in your mind, you'll be 50% better off. You're halfway home as far as learning to love modern Africa and understand her. So in the economy section, like I said, it's like a new world. You cannot try to take the Western model and try to fit it into Africa. You should be here to gear towards starting a business. Start small and then move up. Up to your level. You cannot come with a society that is crumbling because of credit debt and government handouts and then say like you're better off. Okay, because all that's running out. And when it runs out, you'll just be sitting there in a tent on the sidewalk somewhere like, how did I get there? Because it's only one quick step from employment to let me shoot myself with this needle and drugs and try to forget for a minute. And then next thing you know, there you are. So in modern Africa, you don't have people sitting on the streets and starving like that. You can't fall to that kind of degree in Africa because the social part of the country has housing to fit almost anybody's need. You can get a housing here for like $30 a month. So who can't afford $30? Who can't make $30 a month in an African country to pay for their housing? Food is very relatively expensive if you get to that point, but you're not going to be on the street. And then you have people here that can help you. Where in the United States, it's really not like that. So moving to modern Africa, as far as the economy is concerned, it'll be a slow go at first. But like with me, I've been here 20 years, and I'm pretty much set. I'm pretty much smooth now. So I'm here for to help brothers like that. Guy calls me asking me some economic questions about his money in the banking system, and I'm telling him, hey, the bank's not needed anymore in Kenya because we got M-Pesa. We got Airtel money. So you see, so they don't understand that. But that's a video for another time. Economically, moving to modern Africa would be highly beneficial for you. The next one is safety. This would be a short one. You might think you're more safe in the United States than you would be in Africa, but that's a goddamn lie. Africa is just too safe and boring. Eh? The peace of mind is tremendous. It's almost like solitaire sometimes. I just wake up and I see this beautiful sunrise. The air is fresh. Food is fresh. People are just walking around. There's no gunshots, no bullets. Police don't run around in patrol cars here. It's just like everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Kids go to school, parents go to work, everybody comes home in the evening, they kick it. I don't know, you watch TV or you just argue with your kid. I'm always telling my kids, stop playing, but they're having a happy time in their childhood, and that's what they do. So, safety, yes. Remember, you're living in the murder and rape capital of the world when you're in the United States, and it's not the number one murder capital of the world without cause. Having guns in a society as crazy as the United States is, you see it all the time: shooting, killing. Well, in Africa, it's illegal to have guns, so the public has no guns. So now, when you're gonna shoot somebody like a cowardly act, if you're gonna have to like murder somebody, a cowardly act, you got to go up and beat them up. No, and then make you think twice rather than easily pulling the trigger on a gun and then running away. This is another beautiful thing that when you come here, your defense mechanisms are going to be high, and they're going to be on alert. And you won't realize how high and alert for your defense mechanisms are until you're here for a while, and they have to start to relax them. You see, because somebody might have a flat tire, pow, flat tire, boom, puncture, and then you'd be thinking, oh, drop down guns, I know because it's happened to me many times. And then at the end of the day, 99.99% of the time, it's false alarm. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Black Milk? You at 99% of the time, it's fake. So definitely, you get the benefits when you move to modern Africa of the safety part. Safety is here. I mean, like I said, I can go days without seeing policemen, and police do not ride around in police cars on patrol. But I've seen them get busy, and they're not a joke. When they're looking for somebody, you can be sure they running around. You can't distinguish them from the military police, but if they're looking for someone, like if somebody's done something really bad, you police will be looking for that guy, but they're not gonna be on patrol every day looking for crime like on Adam 12. It's nothing like that here. The fourth thing here is health. Okay, when we talk about what are the benefits of leaving the United States and moving to modern Africa, well, health is one of the greatest ones. Health is one of the greatest ones, and obviously, something like 70% or 60% of the population is obese in the United States, totally unfit. Food is like a major pastime, and from somebody that comes into the United States, the first thing they really notice is that everybody's overweight, and this is a problem. Now, the food that we have in the United States, there's a lot of articles that talk about how unsafe the food is and how the diet is bad for you. Okay, now when I came here, they had African food, and I wasn't having it. You know what I mean? I was like, give me some hamburgers and French fries, and they were readily available here. Chicken, that's the main staple for me. Fish, okay, I wasn't a big fish eater when I was in the States, but when I came here, I was like, the fish looked really good, and I started, taking it. There's not a lot of variety unless you got a lot of money. If you got a lot of money, everything is available here. But if you don't have a lot of money, like which is the case for me, when I was here, my first years, your variety is little. And the African diet is very simple. It's only like 4 or 5 different meals. There's skuma wiki and ugali or sima if you're in the coast. There is pojo, and there is chapati, and there is somebody help me out. What else is there? Maragwe, which is just beans, and I'm a big bean eater nowadays. And you know, there's fried meat. If that's also on the menu, but it's a bit pricey for the average lower income Kenyan, and they take that when when they have money. But as far as cheap meals, they are there. Inexpensive meals are there, and they're very healthy. And that's the key point here, as far as health is concerned. So there's in America, you have the WHO. I won't tell you what it stands for, but many of you know. And they're going around trying to find diseases, and then capitalize on all these diseases that they come up with every year. And they regulate a lot of people. We have a lot of high rates of cancer. We have a lot of high rates of heart disease, and part of that, and the good part of that is lack of exercise. So here I am in Africa, and everybody likes to do sports. And okay, not everybody, but there's a great many people that do sports, run around here, and keep active. I'm in the martial arts, so I've definitely got to be in shape, and that is really important to me. So let me see in the chat line, and let me see. Ooh, hold on, because I want to make sure I get you guys. My let me see if I can reduce it so I can see. Okay. Black male economic empowerment. African food is healthier. Definitely, that's what I'm saying. And hi there, Mr. Spacely. Peace, brother, to you too. So I'm here just doing another video talking about the benefits of leaving the United States and moving into modern Africa. So the areas of family, economics, safety, health, and social life. Now, I just got to speaking about the health, and we're talking about the food. Yeah, the food is fresh. Like there's a big market here called Kongoya Market. It's one of the largest on the east coast of Africa. All food is brought there from outside the different farms by truck, and then they're put out over these bins, and then they're from there they go out to all areas of the country. This is an everyday thing. I don't think not on Sundays. I believe not on Sundays, but for 6 days a week. Food is very fresh. I think it can get to the market by the second, third day. And it's all fresh. So there's no like chemicals, like that put into the foods. As you know, Kenya has banned MGO foods. They've really been trying to get that there, but they haven't succeeded yet. Last I heard. So I'm saying that Africa has. America has a great obesity problem, or overweight problem, but when you move to Africa, because of the way the diet is, you'll slowly change like I did. Because at first I wasn't having those foods, but today I crave them. I actually crave, like now I'm talking about muragwe and chapati. People know that, then damn, I'm gonna have to find that after I get off this, after I get off this show. Or hopefully, if I'm lucky, that's the food that's being cooked tonight for dinner. And then having chapatis there, that's great because chapatis are nice. Okay, so the last area is social life. And this is a very important one for us blacks in America, because we have a society that is like antisocial, where first of all, we don't even get along with the majority people in the country. You can't even go to some countries, some parts of some cities, and feel comfortable even driving around there. You know, I understand that the pressures that are there. Some of these pressures we don't even tend to realize that you're driving around somewhere, and then you come up and you're in a neighborhood, and you start looking around, and you start seeing all of the houses are nice, the businesses are nice, the cars are different, and then you realize, oh shit, I'm in a white area, and you don't have no business being there. You might just been passing through, but you like, damn, if I had a flat tire or something happened to my car, I'd be just in white people land. And you see a police car, and then you feel like they're looking at you like, oh, there's a brother there. So damn, that is very dangerous. And as far as dealing with your social life, uh, that kind of pressure is can be tremendous. Dollar Bill, what's up, brother? I'm interested in business opportunities in Africa. How can we link up? Dollar Bill, I had a sales presentation last night. I don't want to get off topic for too long. I had a presentation last night, and each one I do is a learning experience. And what I have decided, as far as the business that I'm working in here in Kenya, is that I'm going to hire youth and train them to do the sales the way I want it to be done. I had put out advertising for experienced salespeople, and the people here came with expectations that I couldn't fulfill, and I didn't feel comfortable with. So, like I said, doing business is a learning process. This is what we're going to do. So, and then another thing I'm going to be doing is giving the sales presentation every week. I'm not going to do it once every 2 months like that and get salespeople. No, I'm going to do it every week, and then I'm going to start a training session for my salespeople. Now, I have picked up a brother from the U.S. He's been in Kenya for like 4 months. He was in Tanzania. He got hooked up with me in this business, and now he's moving into Kenya as we speak. And the brother has helped me out, and that's what I want. I have this business, and I want to open it up and get another brother that wants to do business in Africa to connect with it. And I got a running business now that is ready for profits. If you want to get involved in it and you're serious, because we're going to find out if you're serious right away, because I'm going to put you to task, and then if you don't fulfill, then you're not serious. So you hook up with me on Facebook, or give me a connection in the comment section, or you can get me on WhatsApp at area code 254-720-907-329. And for those people that want to support me, okay, we had tried to do two kind of super chats, African super chats that didn't work. And we're looking for someone to send like $3 through Western Union mobile wallet to the same number I've given you. If somebody can send up $3 so we can see that it's going to work, or if they're blocking us in every which way for that number, we'll find out. So that's what's happening. Okay, so to get on to back to the topic. Oh, write it in the chat, please. Okay. Telephone 0720. Oops. Telephone 254. I'm new at this, so you guys will forgive me for a second here. 907-329. Okay, so the name on the phone is Evelyn Amoni. Okay, we already know the story. That number is, we used it for so long. It can't be in two people's names, so it was in my wife's name. But the business has grown so much that this is our prominent business number. So if you send money, you have to use that name. It's just like me. One day I keep saying I'm gonna have my wife on the chat, and then we start talking, and she'd be like, "I don't negative thinking," and then I'd be like, "Woo, I don't want her on here talking nonsense." So, but we gotta have her here. She watches the shows, and she's a bit advocated for it. So let me So let me go back to the social life. I think I was a bit off topic a bit about the social aspects of moving to modern Africa and leaving the United States. But our social life, especially for brothers, I'm talking from a brother standpoint. Now, there's plenty of sisters that talk from a sister standpoint. So don't think I'm sexist if I'm talking from the brother's standpoint. The name of my channel is The Black Man's Guide, and that's for obvious reasons. Because I'm black, and I feel like everything that happens to me could happen to other brothers, and that's why I'm just saying I'm talking from the black man's point of view. So as far as social life is concerned, for the brother, we have a lot of problems with our black women today. And a lot of our black women are uneducated as far as family structure is concerned, raising a family, as far as economic, partnering up with someone, and then working on economic agreements to support the family structure. These are all kind of problems that we have. Now, when I was coming up, my wife worked a little bit, but I was the main breadwinner, and you know, that thing worked out fairly well as long as I had money coming in. You see, but for other brothers, it could be different. And you because of the pressure that we might have a smaller income, and a woman is having more income than us. And this is a trend that's been happening in the United States. I'm sure they've been have something to do with this thing of trying to raise the woman's income above the black man, so that they don't have to listen to us when we give them sound advice about how to raise the family and how to protect the family and how to grow the family. So this all deals with social life, and you don't have that problem so much in modern Africa. Now it's changing, of course, because the society in modern Africa is modernizing, and you do get some black women that African women that are now feminists. 20 years ago, they were rare. Today, you can see them here and there, and they're forming their opinions. They're looking at social media and they're talking to each other on the WhatsApp and forming ideas and concepts, and they're being a little bit vocal about it. But overall, Africa belongs to the man as far as heading government and heading businesses. The man is overwhelmingly the one in charge. Now in Kenya, just so you women won't get too mad at me, they have they put in the constitution that women would be like 50% of the government cabinet, and then to this day they have not found enough women who really wanted to get those positions. Women are very happy in their role as part-time worker, full-time parent. You see, those traditional values are still there, and many women go for that, and the men have no problem. They make some men work that much harder. And since they're working in a vibrant economy, there's no shortage of work for the Kenyan men that can go out there and find jobs. So, as far as social life is concerned, the Africans keep to themselves about their social life. They're very, very hush mouth about what goes on in their private life between the woman and the man, and this is good. We're not going to see the average Kenyan getting on Oprah and then spilling all their guts or talking ill about their man on any kind of social media anytime soon, as far as Africa is concerned. And I have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of student black belts who, when I was teaching them, they were just young boys. Today, their family, me and some of them are about to be grandfathers. Imagine. And we see each other on a regular basis for decades. And they're talking about family is not so much a big thing, as far as what they want to discuss. And I try to delve in a little bit and get into their personal lives a little bit, only so I can be educated to understand the inner workings of the family life, because it's really that difficult to find out how African families are doing inside, in the inside, even for me. And I'm here and they know me. So as far as giving advice, there are a lot of tribal issues that go on, and tribal solutions that they use, and the networking. It's not networking. What's it called? The supportive family structures are there. I mean, if you have a problem with your wife and you married the traditional way, you went down and you paid dowry, then the family, if she runs to her family, they got to send her right back to you. So this is another great thing that for us, as far as being in Africa, as opposed to women getting mad and running to the courts, and then you're just screwed. You go try to have another family after you broke up with her, and she's taking half your money, and she only got one kid. What's that? That's terrible. There's no end to what the courts are making brothers pay, and it's sad that we have to stay in a country where it's systematically designed to yank out all the money it can possibly get from you, and with crooked lawyers and everything. So you don't really have that you don't have that in Africa. You have the same thing. You have people that, I don't know what it's called, some kind of FEMA, FATMA, something like that, where a Kenyan woman can go and say, look, the man is doing me like this. He just left me, and I'm a mom with no job, blah, blah, blah. And he's working, and he got another woman. Oh, they'll get him. Oh, they'll get that Kenyan brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like a solid thing because he can go and negotiate with the woman, and then that whole process, I'm pretty sure will stop. I've not been with it. I only have people that tell me about it. I'm not into the inner workings of it. It was a time I had a account at a lawyer's office where I was working on their computers, and I was two doors down from the FEMA offices, and I was seeing all these women passing through and men passing through to go to their office, and they'd be having some heated discussions. Unfortunately, they would be in their tribal language, and I couldn't understand, but you could just see they would hash out. A lot of brothers would hash out these issues in that room and go on about their business. So, as far as social life is concerned, this area is a benefit when you move to modern Africa because you don't have all of these other people getting their hands in family business, and that's why I understand America is too deep getting involved in family affairs. And it was in the old days there were policies against government interfering with family matters, but it seems like today they're just standing outside the window waiting for you. If you slap your wife, they can hear it, run in and take all your. I mean, if you slap your children, they can run in and just come and take all your children from you. And there the woman is, stuck in court with her children being taken from her. This is a sad situation. It's not like that here in Africa, and you would be of a benefit. Now, as far as male-female relationships are concerned, as I end this video, okay, I have had both. I've had lived with several Black American women. I was married to one, divorced, then got another one. Then we had kids, and then we separated, and then I got a Kenyan, and I can say that the Kenyan woman was more down to earth, and by the time I came into Kenya, there were no Black women really, so I had no real choice. But from my experience with Black American women, they are not educated in the ways of the world. A lot of their time is put in front of socializing and gossiping and talking on television. The women that I know, not all of you. Okay, don't be mad. The women that I know. So I had bad women. I had bad choices because nobody taught me how to find the right woman. I thought I had her, okay, but I was wrong. So you get into the situation where here in Kenya, where you get a woman, and I have some relationships with Kenyan women that ended, failed as far as, you know, solidifying and then being able to raise a family. They were learning processes. And then finally I found one which I can say, knock on wood, is good for me. And we're going almost 10 years together, three wonderful children. And definitely, okay, this is my last relationship. I always say, this is my last chance. And I said that back then, this is my last time. And the last time seems like it's going to last a little longer. But anything can happen, of course. But for 10 years, I'm going to be gracious and very happy that the nature gave me that opportunity to raise my kids and see them grow. It's just a joy. And unfortunately, a lot of things in the United States, hamper the raising of family as far as socializing. Now, everybody should be into raising, having a family. Like if you're in the United States, you're Black, and then you got some twisted views about I don't want to be a family person. Then what you on the planet for? You know what I mean? What's the whole purpose of being here? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times the United States can get you like that. I mean, what is this gay community thinking? You can't raise a family. Some of them talking about we're gonna get married like a regular person. Some of them saying we're gonna adapt and have a baby like a regular person. Why don't you just be a regular person? You see all the other animals here, they all straight and you twisted. So yeah, that's my view on homosexual gayism. That's the word I have invented. No, it's not here in Africa. No other, and the law says no destructive forces that are anti-family will be tolerated. Okay, so that's my points today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I don't even see the timeline or how far I'm going with this, but I want to thank you guys for coming in. I got some likes and some shares. Make sure you like the video if you want to get involved in it. We've been trying to. I got a couple of people. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. But if you want to support us, the only way you can really support us is the number there, and use it on Western Union, and then click mobile wallet. We had it working the other day at the time, and then they blocked somebody. I don't know if they blocked the number or what. I've called them, I've emailed them, and they told me they can't tell me why. So I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody can help me on why they can't send money to this particular number, or they're having trouble. But I know it's not, since maybe they listened to the video and then they said this guy's trouble because he's gonna give them the truth. And that's what I'm gonna be doing, giving you the truth. Ask me any question. If you ask me, I'm a brother that says modern Africa is the only solution to 99% of the black man's problems with the United States. You know, I say that if you're in a position that you can get away, you cannot be free in the United States. If you gotta walk around places and you know you can't go in certain neighborhoods, that is not being free. If you feel like you've been taught the history of the black man in America, and then you're gonna turn around and go around white people, and then you got to be suppressed and quiet about it, then that's not being free. If you can't justify picking up an African name and go around and use it and have no effect on your social life, no employment and status, then you're not in a free country. So that's why I'm saying that if you believe that and understand, all you have to do is read the history. If you believe that you're African or you're a product of Africa, join a continent. The motherland is yours. You know, not like the Hebrew Israelites, because you damn sure can't go to Israel. They won't allow you. They won't treat you right. But if you come into Africa, it's, hey brother, welcome. And this is a key point of why modern Africa is the only solution to the problems we have. And in the next 15 years, as the economy of the United States slowly becomes evidently the second, becomes number two, then hopefully people will start to see the idea of the truth in what I'm saying. I was saying these same things in 2000. It all came true at the end of the day. So I'm just here to tell you that for me, I'll never go back to the United States. What for? Because all my family members are basically dead now. But for me and for a lot of brothers that have come and I've seen them deal with it on a regular basis, everybody complains about where they live. That's normal. But when you see them not wanting to go back, week, some stayed a month. I got one guy, although he's a Mzungu, he's been here for over 40 times. He's back and forth to Kenya 40 times. Since the first time I invited him here, he's been back 40 times. Something like over 40, 30 or 40 times. And that's the place. Until you come, you really can't understand what I'm saying. So make a plan, an African plan, and feel better about yourself. Take the steps necessary. Definitely get that passport. They got straight flights from New York airport all the way straight into Kenya now. It's something we've been fighting for decades. We finally got daily flights to Kenya, New York to Nairobi. Daily flights, Kenya Airways. I think it is like $1,500, or I don't know. Don't let me quote me on that. But that was the early days. But you can even get flights into Kenya for $600, $500 on some cases, depending on how you do your things. So don't let the money part be an issue. Make that trip, change your life, and do it for your children. Okay? Thank you guys. Till the next time.